Alright y'all, so welcome back to another video. I got my two riders with me, my 10-year-old, my 12-year-old, our two oldest kids. We got some errands to run. The main objective of this video is to go to Costco, but we're going to stop by some places in between. They need to go to the pet store so they can try to get pet food for their pet turtle. We may stop through some stores to potentially source, and it's kind of funny. It's not funny, it's actually pretty insane. When I first started reselling, my 12-year-old was only 2, and my 10-year-old, he was just born a few months prior. And so it's been surreal just kind of seeing how long the business has just been going on, and just kind of seeing how they've kind of grown up, just kind of watching me sling shoes and clothes. But going forward, probably sometime early next year, I'm going to really try to integrate them into what I do day to day. I know I probably want to start taking them to Nashville with me, maybe just a couple times a month, just so they can kind of get the flow of work, because that's the big thing at our house, is trying to instill in our kids the power of work. Because I feel like number one, for me as a dad, I want to lead all my kids to Jesus, and after doing that, the second piece is I want all our kids to be good workers, because if they leave our home and they're not good workers, I've done a disservice to them and also the community. And so work's a big thing in our household. Where does money come from, y'all? Where? Yeah, so money comes from work. Doesn't come from sitting on the couch. Doesn't come from handouts. And so that's what we are all about. But anyway, we're going to head to Costco. There's some other places we're going to stop through, more so for reselling, just to kind of see if we can maybe find a few items at some, maybe a Ross, maybe Goodwill. We'll see. Highland cow shoes. It's funny. Got some Adidas, Bounce, baseball. These are $15.
15?
Yeah, way too high for that right there. You can get those brand new at like Ross or Burlington, usually for around that price, maybe even cheaper. So some Pumas, $11. Typically don't sell a lot of Pumas. I sell a lot of Adidas, not these though, and mostly I feel like most of the shoes I got are going to be shoes with the check mark right here, or the Nike logo. It's also called the swoosh. But I don't see. Yeah, I do sell this brand, but those aren't any good. There are some hokas down at the bottom. You can already tell somebody already looked at these. They were turned backwards. And yeah, it's got a big tear on the left heel, even on the right one as well. And toast on the bottom. Still can come get them at $10 though. So I'm usually only checking out shoes in here, so we already looked over here. It's really nothing over there, so I usually check out the kids' shoes too, because even though I don't sell a lot of kids' shoes, occasionally you can find some that are worth picking up.
That's Spider-Man.
For Carter, Spidey. And another thing too, it's like 10 o'clock. This store opened up at 9, and so that means a lot of people that do what I do probably have already stopped in here when they first opened. So if there were really any good shoes, they may have already been picked up by somebody else.
Those are cool.
Oh, those? Yeah, could have been. Possibly. Some Crocs. Let's go check out the women's section, and then we'll call it good. Some Nike Blazers.
Look.
Oh.
That are cool right there, here.
Yeah, possibly. Nike Blazers at $13.
Ooh, that looks like these?
Dr. Comfort.
Huh?
Dr. Comfort. Yeah, I don't sell those. Yeah, you're on the right track. I sell this brand, but these aren't good for a couple of reasons. First,
For what?
yeah, I'm not sure what those are. Yeah, these aren't good because they're not in good shape. See, right here, it's kind of damaged, and also this model just doesn't do well. And that just comes with just kind of knowing.
So do they clean their shoes?
Oh, what was that?
Do they clean their shoes?
Does anybody clean their shoes?
Mm-hmm.
They might clean them before they donate them, but it's highly unlikely. Usually they're just dirty. All right, y'all, I think it's going to be a swing and miss in here. I think we'll just head on out. I don't see anything in here. Oh. Never mind, these are some kind of spoke too early. So we were going to get these right here, but they're sort of yellow in on the back. And there's a little bit of separation on that, and then plus you're gonna really need to thoroughly clean these, and so I'm gonna pass even at $9. All right, so we got about 2 or 3 bags of clothes in the trunk that we need to drop off. Typically I do it in our little small town, but I didn't see any of the donation bins that they usually have out, and so mostly just dropping off my wife's maternity clothes. I got like a bag or so of stuff that I got home and I just don't want to resell, and so I just kind of pass it along over here. So we'll drop those off and then we'll head to the next place. Is that it? She said only to get one, right? To make sure she likes it.
Yeah, I do too.
We'll just get one for now just to make sure, and then the next time we come over as well, we'll get the rest of them. So. All right, so we found their box turtle food that they were looking for out of Petco. There's a Ross right up here, like 2 doors down, so we'll stop in there and then go from there. All right, come this way. Start over here. It's been a minute since we've been, or at least me, been in Ross. It's been a while. Adidas jacket at 22. Their jersey. Garrett Wilson, $40. No, it's the New York Jets. I think he still plays. They got a couple of jerseys in here. Let me see if these players, I know Garrett Wilson is still with the Jets. So I'm doing some more research on some of these jerseys. This is a Garrett Wilson. It's $40 here. Probably will be about 44, 45 with tax. And I was kind of doing some research just off camera. Looks like there's quite a bit of these out there, but football season is basically, people's mindset is basically there right now. So $277, but that one only sold for $50. An autograph one at $80. $55, $65, $50. This is $72. Yeah, the margin just isn't there. This was probably a $10 profit, $15 if you're lucky. I'll look this one up too, just to. There's quite a bit of these out there as well. And they got, what, 1, 2, 3, three of them in here. Two Garrett Wilsons, 39 soles on this one. And yeah, that's the same thing with the Garrett Wilson. These don't really move for much money. So I stumbled across this Cam Ward. This is a really good jersey. I mean, that's basically in his second year. You know, they got a lot of promise for him. I was doing some research on this one just because they had a bunch of jerseys just right here on this rack. This one's really expensive, 50 bucks.
So what's this?
That is just a sensor in case you walk out of here without paying. It's gonna beep. So there's 174 of these out here.
Guys, on every shirt?
Yep, it's on everything in here. And a lot of the soles just...
I don't see it on this one.
it's probably on there somewhere. They probably just... yeah, trust me, it's on there somewhere probably. The soles just aren't quite there yet. There's one for... that's a retro one for 109. This one for 90. The value could go up. It's 890, right? The value could go up a little bit as the season goes on. I think I may kind of hang on to this one and just kind of see how the rest of the trip in here goes. So I'm gonna hang on to this Cam Ward, and then as I started walking, here's another one right on over the next size, or next rack rather. Men's large. This one's an XL, so I feel like the sizes are really good. So I'm gonna hang on to these and just kind of see. All right, so I got both of my boys hanging on to those jerseys. I'm kind of on the fence about them because I feel like yeah, just try not to let them touch you. I don't want to get them dirty, especially at 50 bucks. Yeah, I got them holding on to these because best case scenario, I think you can probably get maybe 90 to 100. But I mean, it's just gonna take the right person to come by. I feel like the sizes were pretty decent, so I'll have them hold on to those and just kind of see. Some Under Armour hovers. Got some Adidas. Crazy Flight. Some Under Armour. And you got the Hokas.
I like these.
At 100. These are some Under Armour Charge Pursuit on clearance for $27.
Is that green one the same kind of brand?
No, it's these are basically for people who basically run track. They're 35 bucks. See the spikes on the bottom? You'll put
What's more expensive?
these right here are 34. These are 27. So these right here.
I'll put some green ones on. You can
They look like the Hulk.
yeah, pants. It looks like a Hulk.
Man, here are some Jordan 4 bread. And you can tell somebody definitely looked at these. These are a boy size 5, but they're over here in the 10.5 section. What are these? Yeah, 90. So looking those up, these are the Brad 4 Reimagined, 354 out there, 54 sold. There's a 170. It's probably a much better size though. $130. If this size was better, I would take a swing at these, but a really small size and basically 100 with tax, and conservatively maybe you can get 140, 150 for them. All right, let's check out some of these clearance items over here, y'all. been a minute since I've grazed Ross's clearance section. Some Levi's over here. Let's see. Right here. So $12. All right, so we finished up at Ross, and we did pick up both of those Cam Ward jerseys. I passed on those Jordan 4 Bread Reimagined really for two reasons. The first reason is, I don't know if you remember, if you've been kind of rocking with me video to video, probably like 8-9 months ago, I found a pair of Jordan 4s at Burlington's, and I think they were like 100 or 110. And when I sold those, I think I sold them for 150, 160. So it ended up not being worth it. And so just from experience of kind of knowing how sales can go, sometimes things have to go perfect for you to make your money back, especially when you tie up quite a bit of money into an item. And so that was the first reason I passed on it. The second reason was because the size was basically terrible. And so it's basically, somebody's gonna be buying that for a kid, and that's a hard buy, man. Asking 150, 160 bucks potentially for a grade school size. Nowadays, maybe if it was maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, maybe you take a swing at it, but for me personally, it was a no at that price. I picked up, like I said, both of the Cam jerseys. The sizes are really, really good. One's a large, the other one is a XL. And even though these were 50 bucks a piece, it's basically football season. I talked to a lot of people who are excited about year 2 with him here in Tennessee as a current player. And so I feel like in this situation right here, I can get my money back quickly. So even at 50 bucks, I think I'm gonna price both of these at like $99.99. And I'm pretty sure I'll end up getting close to that. May not get the exact dollar amount, but I think I can get really close to that, especially if this was towards the end of the season. Maybe I pass on it, but the fact that the season is basically here, I feel like this is money in the bank, and I think these will end up being fast sales, unlike maybe those Jordans you're waiting for the right person at the right price. And so 2 jerseys, I think in the end it'll end up being worth it.
This might be all that I know. Think it's okay. I've got a long way to grow. At my own pace. Go the long way. No one taught me how to walk, but I figured it out fine.